The universe is not eternal. It is dying. The process is slow enough that it exceeds any meaningful human timescale, but it is already underway, and it will end in a state so complete and so final that nothing capable of thought, movement, or change will ever exist again. This end state is called the heat death of the universe, and it is not a theory in the speculative sense. It follows directly from the second law of thermodynamics, one of the most thoroughly tested principles in all of physics. That law states that in any closed system, entropy, the measure of disorder, always increases or stays the same. It never decreases on its own. The universe is a closed system. Its entropy has been increasing since the moment of the Big Bang, and it will continue increasing until it cannot increase further. At that point, everything stops. The stars will go first. The most massive ones are already burning through their fuel at catastrophic rates and will collapse within millions of years. Even stars like our Sun, which will continue burning for another 5 billion years, are temporary structures in a universe that does not preserve anything. The last stars, red dwarfs burning slowly and dimly at a fraction of the Sun's output, will exhaust their hydrogen in roughly 100 trillion years. After that, no new stars will form. The raw material required to build them will be gone, consumed or dispersed beyond any possibility of recovery. What remains will be the cold remnants they leave behind. White dwarfs slowly cooling across quadrillions of years into dark, inert masses indistinguishable from the space around them. Neutron stars, black holes, which will become the dominant objects in the universe long after every other light has gone out. The era after the last star dies is called the degenerate era, and it will last incomparably longer than the entire current age of the universe. But even that era ends. Even black holes are not permanent. Stephen Hawking demonstrated that black holes slowly radiate mass through a quantum mechanical process now called Hawking radiation. The process is unimaginably slow for large black holes. The most massive ones will persist for a duration so vast that the current age of the universe would not register as a measurable fraction of it. But they will eventually evaporate completely, leaving nothing behind. And when the last black hole is gone, the universe will have reached a state physicists call thermal equilibrium. Every region of space will be at the same temperature, just barely above absolute zero. No gradients will remain. No energy will flow from one place to another. No process of any kind will be possible anywhere in existence. Time will continue to pass in that state, as it always has. But nothing will ever happen again. Not in a billion years. Not in a trillion years. Not ever. The heat death is not a catastrophe in the conventional sense. There will be no explosion, no collision, no sudden event. There will simply be the permanent end of all events, followed by an infinite expanse of nothing happening in every direction without exception. We exist in a brief interval when the conditions for complexity, life, and awareness are possible. That interval has a beginning. It has an end. The end is already written.